In Bereshis Beis Yud Aleph, Genesis 2:11, the first mention is the Pishon, which we said was the Nile. And we said the Nile was a place that would overflow and people would grow their Pishtan. Then there's the Gichon, okay? The verse goes on. And we also mentioned that over there, that the Pish would go around the land of Havilah, which sounds like that was an ancient name for Egypt. Asher Shama Zahav, that over there is the gold. It's interesting, the Torah is already pointing out where you're going to find deposits of gold. If you're on a gold hunt, and go here, go to the Havilah. And then it goes on and it says, Uzahav ha'aretz ha'itov, and the gold of this land is very good. It's not just, number one, there's good gold over there. Something else, Sham ha-bedoilach. And over there you'll find the bedoilach. What's the bedoilach? And the even hashoyam. What's the bedoilach? Over there you'll find the bedoilach and the even hashoyam. What is the even hashoham? It looks like there's definitely gemstones in this place. Was Egypt always famous for being a place of gemstones?
Yeah, they were pretty wealthy. No?
With natural minerals.
Yeah.
And the Torah is pointing out this was an exceptionally rich place of gold. The gold, and one thing also to point out is that the gold of that land is good, which sounds like there's different types of gold. There's different types of gold.
Like high concentration gold, like a nugget, it's like 50% or...
There's something that they call, there's a level they call zahav, there's another level of gold called paz, which seems to be one of the ways that they would refine gold. We know that there's yellow golds, and there's like richer tinge golds, there's orangey golds, like reddish golds. Paz is a very high type of gold, a very good quality gold. Paz. It's interesting, it's one of the gas stations here, it's called Paz. Liquid gold.
Does it mean anything like a modern Hebrew?
Paz,
Yeah.
gold.
So
Yeah.
Modern Hebrew, what's the difference?
They just mean like something very precious or gold, but here it means like the highest level of gold. I gave a whole class on gold that we see a lot of Egypt was filled with gold, the secrets of gold. And they would embalm people with gold. This is a big thing, the embalming process. And they were preserved to mummify human beings in Egypt, ancient Egypt.
It's like the total opposite of the Jewish belief, right? We want the body to become
Yes.
quickly a part of the earth as
Correct.
possible, and their
Correct.
is keep it as away from the earth as possible, right?
Is that, well, one of the ideas is that they have a worship of death. So a dead body, if we could mummify that, that becomes a great object of worship.
Nice idol.
What is mummified? What actually?
They had a technology, and the Ben Ish Chai actually talks about this technology, an amazing thing, that they had a technology of how to mummify, very high level technology, to keep bodies preserved. We know that death in Jewish law means the departure of the soul from the body. As the soul departs the body, that there's death. So how do you keep the body from rotting? So in Jewish belief, what do, Jan? We put it back in the ground.
Put it in the ground,
Because we
right.
understand the body's job has been completed. And it's actually very painful for the soul if the body is not buried. It's painful. Only once the body is buried is it very soothing for the soul.
Does this be like someone has to bury, or if it's like a landslide happens at this time?
They should be buried. They should be buried. It should go to the mikveh. There should be what's called a tahara. It's a process of purification, and then the body goes into the ground.
You put a dead body in the mikvah?
Yes.
One mikvah people use like for Shabbos?
No, it's not that one. Don't worry.
Okay.
You've never been to that one. It's the one in the morgue.
Okay.
I hope you don't, go for a dip over there before Shabbos.
Is that halacha?
Yes, it's halacha. Now, a lot of people, it's a good thing they don't need to know these halachas because they never faced it.
Can I ask about that? is to cleanse the soul. And you say when the body dies.
Who says it's to cleanse the soul?
Oh, mikvah's not on the soul?
The mikvah cleanses, it's on top of the soul.
No, but that was my question I wanted to ask the other day.
Oh, hit it.
Okay, so what is that? We're learning from the Derech Hashem, and it says that there's two parts to a person, the body and the soul.
Correct.
So no,
There's two categories of us.
So we're supposed to, I just don't, what gets really bothering me is I don't understand why we need to rejoin with the body once Mashiach comes. Like, why do we need the body?
Excellent question. The question is, why do we need to rejoin with the body once the Messiah comes? Let the body go into the ground. Let's just be a bunch of souls hanging out together.
It's not a deal. Like, we don't make this.
So the Rambam seems to go with that approach, but he's the only one. The Derech Hashem does not go with that. The Ramban definitely does not go with that. The Arizal, the Baal Shem Tov, the Orach Chaim, all other opinions go with that the body will also be part of the resurrection. Why is that, you're asking? Simple answer with this is because God is absolutely just. God is absolutely just. So God gives all reward, what's called measure for measure. So if God would only reward my soul, would that be measure for measure? It would not, because was my not involved in filling on these gains today, boys?
Yeah.
The gains part's just, me joking around. But was the body not involved? Was the body not involved in you giving charity? Was the body not involved when you put on tzitzis today? Was the body not involved when you were enjoying the pleasures of Shabbos food?
Why does the body deserve it? It's just a tool at the end.
Because that's the absolute justice of God, that measure for measure God will give exactly. That anybody who did good in this world, or any body that did good in this world, will be rewarded.
So my question has to be, are we going to go back to pre-sin bodies?
Yes.
We're not concealed? And
Yes. It says that your body will be illuminated by your soul.
so we're going to flip it.
You're thinking about gains now. It's going to be gorgeous.
I was thinking like which
Everybody asked that. Which body?
Yeah.
So it seems to be the last body. We have indication it's the last body. Because Daniel's saying, like, maybe you have many reincarnations. You're in many different bodies.
We believe that.
Reincarnation?
Yeah.
Pashit. Reincarnation is fundamental to our belief system. Fundamental to our belief. So when Mashiach comes, everything is going to be healed. We're going to be completely healed. You're going to be your body. I mean, if God could bring your body out of the ground, He could definitely heal a cripple. Like, it says that your body will be totally resurrected in a pristine state. A pristine state.
Which body?
Generally, the
We say what? Rabbi Akiva and Ramchal could be like the same soul.
yeah.
Then who am I? Like, do I get to come back, or the guy before, or the guy after me gets to come back?
Because your soul is you, Ozzy. Your soul is
so it's like a
you.
relay race, like we all went into the team. Like the last guy, I hope he did a lot of mitzvahs, and I did a lot of mitzvahs before. I did a lot of mitzvahs before.
You did the mitzvahs. It's not a relay. It's all you. It's a live video of like you handing off the baton to you, handing off the baton to you.
Why doesn't he remember past life?
You can remember past lives if you do regression, but one of the ideas is God conceals it because He puts you in this world to figure out using your free will what you need to fix. And it was so obvious, you come back into this world, and it's so obvious what you need to do, you don't effectively have real free will being activated. We gave a series of 6 classes on how to find one's purpose in this world, which really go through, they're on the YouTube, that go through very concisely how to find one's purpose in this world with all the indications. One of them, I'll just tell you, is that you're here to fix things that you really struggle with. And everybody's got different stuff they struggle with. I was in a dorm with guys in yeshiva where one of the guys would pop up every morning at 4:30 in the morning, just like boom. I'm like, bro, like what's up? I was like going to bed at that. Well, where are you going? He's like, oh, just going to Shachris. Now it wasn't just 1 or 2 days. every day he's getting up 4:30 in the morning. I said, how do you wake up so early? He's like, I always woke up early. It's like casually. Now, for me, I'm struggling my whole life to wake up. Me, Moshe Chaim ben Shane de Lester. I'm struggling to wake up in the morning. Not as bad as other people, Baruch Hashem, but I had to work on that. When I came to yeshiva, I really had to battle with my snooze button. Gets you every time, boys. The snooze button. So that for him, that's not his fixing. He didn't struggle with that. But for somebody who does struggle, God is indicating that things will keep coming back in your life that you need to fix. It's so interesting. I remember being in middle school and high school, like being around people where they basically would say something like this, like, I know I've got anger problems, but like, I'm sure like when I get to college, it'll just like work itself out. Like when I mature, it'll all just like work itself out.
No, it's not like a shocking idea.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I'll mature. Like right now, I'm in high school. Like I'm like a young kid. I'm a bit. I understand I'm mature. I'm a kind of wild guy. So I got a short fuse. But like when I get a bit older, it's all gonna work out. And you know what? Those guys are still angry people. Because it doesn't just go away. It doesn't just go away. So God will give you things that will keep cropping up in your life until you nail it, until you fix it. So you should start paying attention and make a list. What are those challenges that I just keep having over and over and over again? What are those challenges? Because God is talking to you through those challenges. It says that a person comes back to this world to fix these things.
When you don't know how to fix them.
You have to seek help. There's a well-known story where there was a doctor who worked in an emergency room, and he was the best. He was the best of the best, and he was taking care of patients. And one night, there was a tragic situation where a lot of people were coming to the emergency room, and he was running around, running from bed to bed, saving people's lives, sewing people back together. And he had never seen such an overwhelming patient intake that night, that he did that night. And at the end of the night, he saved countless amounts of people except one person. One person passed away. And he felt himself like, I was a hero, like I did it so much. Okay, one person. That's horrible. He got a notification from the hospital that he's being sued by the family. The doctor that passed away. Why? Was sued? I did everything. So they brought him to trial and they said, what happened? Why didn't you save this person? He said, you don't understand, I was so busy. I was saving people the whole night. He said, but remember, phone, that if you ever need help and there's too much, you pick up the phone and you ask for help, and other doctors will come in to help you. Why didn't you pick up the phone? So how do we know? Pick up the phone and call Hashem. Speak to your Rabbanim, speak to your friends. Your friends could oftentimes, if it's a good friend, we've been speaking about this in the Lakute Cafe, if you have really good friends, they're here to help you. They're here to really help you. Like figure out what's really going on. What could I fix in this world? So I recommend to people, do not sweep these things under the rug. Don't say like, yeah, one day I'll get back to that thing. One day I'll get back to that. You should make a list and make a concerted effort to really go through systematically all the things that I need to fix in this world. You don't have to conquer it in a day, but make yourself a list. One of these things is what we do in El before Rosh Hashanah, even though you could do this any time of year. Is make a list and say, Hashem, I know these are my struggles. How can I work through them? That's just one of the 6. There's 5 other ways to find your mission in this world. And by the way, it doesn't involve only focusing on the things that you're struggling with, because you'd probably get pretty depressed if that's all you were doing. Just focusing on the things that you struggle with. Happens to be one of the other ones is focusing on the things that you're really good at. It's more fun. And do those things. You were put in this world to do those things.
Can I just ask a follow-up?
Sure.
Does Judaism particularly, there's two schools of thought when it comes to strength. One school of thought says you should double down on your strengths and pursue them wholeheartedly, and that's the thing that you should do with your life. There's another school of thought that says you should look at your weaknesses and try to make them your strengths. And therefore, those are the things, the obstacle is the way. And those are the things that you should go after.
You know what the Torah says? It's both. It's a Rabbi Berger on that one. It's a Rabbi Berger, it's both. It's a Rabbi Berger on that one. It really is. If you were given amazing skills as an orator or as a mathematician, so there's a reason why you were given that. Brain works in very systematic ways. So use that. Don't say, let me just focus only on my struggles, try to spend my whole life making them into strengths. Meanwhile, you were supposed to be an engineer and build a spacecraft or something to go to the moon. Dogecoin, boys.
Oh,
To the moon!
rockets, emojis.
So says the Torah. The next river, the Shem Nahar Hasheni Gichon. It's interesting. The Gichon is the name of your water bill. Is the Gichon.
So, what should we do about our water bill?
You should pay it. Hu Asoivev is called Eretz Kush, and this river went all the way around the land of Kush. Sounds like Africa. That's the Gichon.
You think it's African?
Why is it called Gichon?
Because it would keep roaring.
Says Rashi. What does Negicha mean? Shaya hoylech v'hoime. It's a very powerful river. Gichon means like it says when an animal like gores somebody, like rams into somebody, that's called a negicha. It's an animal that's like powerful. It's like a powerful thrust. The sound of it, the ragingness of it is very powerful. Kamay, the chiyigach, quoting animals ramming into each other. That this river is very powerful. Now, listen to the next river, and this river is very fascinating to me. The Shem Nahar Shlishi, the name of the third river coming out of the Garden of Eden, is called Chidekel. Chidekel. And this is in the Kidmas, Ashur, to the east of Assyria. Of Ashur. Says Rashi, Chidekel. Why is it called Chidekel? Shemeim of Chadin, that its waters are sharp, which means they're very pristine. They're pure. Vikalin. They're light waters. Now, what can you see from this Rashi, quoting from the Gemara? That there are certain waters which are heavy waters. How's the New York City tap water?
Heavy.
Light or heavy?
Very heavy.
Probably not recommended to drink.
New York City tap water is the best water in the world.
No, but it's
Oh, really?
very hard water.
Bagels and pizza.
Bagels and pizza in there.
The mineral is definitely better for like a growing person, but definitely worse on the teeth.
So I wonder what's in those waters.
A lot of bad stuff.
A lot of what?
Wait, where? Inflammation?
Oh, that they have other issues. That's
We should help out people to clean their waters. But one thing that's interesting here is that Chidekel has very clean waters. And the usage here is that it's chad, it's like pristine and light. And Rashi says that it doesn't make the body heavy. So it appears that certain waters do make the body heavy. And they crystallize the body.
beer.
Meaning there is water in there. I don't think that makes the body light. Especially Budweiser. Coors Light. Even if you think Bud Light is light water, I don't think they call it Bud Chidekel.
Exclusively drink
So
Bud Light.
you're not talking about wine?
No,
These are
I'm thinking of it
certain types of waters that are very,
Buoyant?
these are light waters and there's very heavy waters which do not, there are there are heavy waters that do make the body heavy. But you want to stay away from those waters. You want chideka waters.
Light isn't referring to like the color of the water. Like can you like lighter water versus like darker? Like
No, it means that does it crystallize the body? Does it make the body heavy? Does it calcify the body? Oh yeah. Does it calcify the body? Does it calcify the pineal gland, Chevra? You ever heard of your pineal gland? You never heard of your pineal gland? Pardon? Your third eye? Yeah, it's nose. Let's go. Even in English, the name is Pene Kel, Even in English, they say it's Pene, the face of God up there. That's the part of your body that activates when you're on DMT. And everyone's like, oh, now I know. Okay, yeah, now shkoya. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, now.
So, by the way, you can activate that gland naturally. It's called chakras. It's called Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. That's right. Cover the two eyes. Open up the third eye.
That's actually very cool.
What about pot right now?
Pot, put on tefillin. Put on tefillin. Where do you think the tefillin lays? It's on the third eye.
That's what's up. The third eye is between the first two eyes.
No, up here. And it goes down this way.
Third eye's up here.
Inside,
I
yeah.
heard that the film, if you go straight through to the knot, pierces where your two optical cords meet.
Talk about the pineal gland. Pineal gland, my friend. So one of the things that a person has to be aware of is that over the years our pineal gland has gotten very, very small. It's become calcified.
By this.
Toothpaste, right?
Fluoride.
That's also in the water, though.
Sounds like it's heavy waters over there.
Oh.
Now this is not medical advice, but there's one thing that for fluoride to go in your teeth. But who says it's supposed to go into your body? This is not medical advice. So the pineal gland is a place that's supposed to be very activated. You know what else activates it? Learning Torah. Opens up higher consciousness. The pineal gland, higher consciousness. It's filling.
It's a legitimate gland? No, it's not one.
It's there. It's there. They'll teach you about it in medical school. It's in there.
No, yeah. No.
It exists. It's not a conspiracy. The gland is real.
How do you call it?
Pineal. The pineal gland. So here we have indication that there were certain waters that were light. Meaning to say that there's other waters that are heavy. Let's just continue here. V'aravihu Paras. And the fourth river is the Paras, says Rashi. Why is it called Pras? Shemem of Parin V'Ravin. That the waters themselves are like, as if to say, producing more. They're very bountiful. They're fruiting. That they don't need any water. Umavrin esa adam. Look at this. And they heal a person who goes into them. This sounds like healing springs.
How about this thing?
Is it warm water or cold water?
Rashi does not tell me if this is warm or cold. It's all based on the Gemara in Ksubis Ayin Zayin Amid Beis. That this is a place, these are waters that are very bountiful. These waters heal a person. It's like going into healing springs. It's very good to go into healing springs.
Pure water, right? Not salt.
It doesn't indicate here if there's salt or not.
Could you figure out if it says because it's like heavy water or not heavy water? Would
Heavy, this is a different river though. This is already Paras. This is already Paras.
What do they call it? The Euphrates? That's what they equate it to.
This is like Persian water. The Euphrates. So bathing in that water is very, very powerful. Very powerful and very healing to go in that water. Kush v'ashur adayin loy hayu. Now, Rashi says that Kush and Ashur, these places did not yet exist. We're still in the Garden of Eden. The Torah is already predicting that they will be places. Because of Amikra Shema Osid. It's telling you prophetically about rivers that will be, so you'll know which ones we're talking about. Kidmas Asher Lemizracha Hu Paras. This is Paras. Now Rashi says something interesting. All the rivers that we were talking about are very powerful. But the Revi is Hu Paras. It is. The word Hu is indicating this is the most chashuv one. The fourth one was the most precious of the rivers. HaChashuv al Kulam is the most chashuv. HaNizkar al Shem Eretz Yisrael. Because we're going to see later, this is going to be one of the biblical boundaries of Eretz Yisrael. Hu Paras. HaNizkar al Shem Eretz Yisrael. When we speak later about the northern border, we say Lezaracha, just open up the Torah. Let's go to Tes Vav Yud Ches, my friends. Go to Tes Vav, Bereshis Tes Vav Yud Ches. What is the context that we're speaking about here? Tes Vav 15:18, Genesis. Yud Ches 18. So what does the pasuk say? Bayoimahu koras Hashem es Avraham bris, and on that day God made a covenant with Abraham. We're speaking about a divine covenant. Lamor, lezaracha, to your children, nosati es haaretz azois, to your children I've given this land. Min nahar Mitzrayim, from the river of Egypt, ad hanahar hagadol, nahar Paras. That the land of Eretz Yisrael is being given boundaries from this river, and therefore it's the most chashuv of all the four rivers coming out of the Garden of Eden, because it's connected to Eretz Yisrael.
Is this the Jordan River?
This is the Nahar Paras. So Mitzvah Shem, we're going to see tomorrow something fascinating, because now we're going to see God placing, we almost took like a departure from Adam and Eve to talk about these rivers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the narrative of Adam and Eve, just so we see the next verse, 15. V'yikach Hashem Elokim. You see God also, Yud Kei Vav Kei, with Elokim. Esa Adam, took man. V'yanicheyu began Eden. And he placed Adam in the Garden of Eden. La'avda u'lashamra. What does that mean? La'avda u'lashamra. To work it and to guard it. To work it and to guard it. By the way, Chazal say that from here we learn all the positive mitzvahs were included in La'avda. Work the garden, that's all the 248 mitzvahs. Ulashamra, and guard it, don't trash the place, is all the 365 don't do mitzvahs. That's refer, insist.
It's interesting that it's work and guard, whereas like the commandment is remember and guard. Is there a correlation between work and remember?
So here, La'avda means you're involved. Like get involved, Chevra?
Yeah.
Like you're involved. What is the mitzvah of Shabbos, of Zochar Yom Shabbos?
Remember joy, right? Oneg Shabbos.
Oneg Shabbos is really maybe a Medivrei Soifrim. It's from the Navi, it's from the prophets. But Zochar Yom Shabbos. What is the mitzvah of Zechira, of remember Shabbos? So remember means all the positive things that you're doing. The simplest thing is make Kiddush. Make Kiddush. Kiddush. Make Kiddush. That's a positive act. Make Kiddush. By the way, how do you make Kiddush? How do you make Kiddush deraisa? Do I need any wine biblically? Well, if you say that listening to the rabbis is also part of a biblical mitzvah, v'lo yisasar, then yes. But without that,
You can make Kiddush on bread.
you can make Kiddush on bread.
Yeah.
Do I need anything to make Kiddush biblically?
I don't think so. I think
I just need food. You need a type of.
No, I don't think
Biblically, all you have to do is you see a guy in the street, and you're like, Shabbos. Yeah.
And then you say Kiddush?
That is biblical, making a distinction.
Because you're remembering Shabbat.
That's right. That it was the weekday.
Wow.
Biblically.
Biblically, yeah.
We're building up the sugya, building it, just walking on the street, or you tell somebody, don't separate the peas from the carrots. Because 5 minutes ago I was allowed to separate peas from carrots. That's also deraisa kiddush.
The challah, that's symbolized.
That is a distinction. Shabbos. Biblically.
Yeah.
Dirabban, they organize an entire structure of how to do it. Vayichudu hashamayim, kadsheo alayayin, to make it on a cup of wine. But biblically, you just go to the street. Shabbos. Rabbi said.
So on the way to shul Friday night, everyone's making kiddush.
And there's a big question: is how do you make kiddush when you come home? Weren't you already yotzi deraisa?
You already remember it.
That's a big question. The Chasam Sofer deals with. That's actually a question in the poskim.
Do you do something differently when you make Kiddush?
Don't you also
No, I make the same kiddush like everybody does in the siddur. But the question is, why am I allowed to? Was I not just yotzi kiddush? I say Shabbos to everybody on my walk home. Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. So how am I making kiddush?
Yeah.
How do you make kiddush, Rabbi Yisrael, if you already were yotzi? Walking home, you already fulfilled the mitzvah. Walking home and saying Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. It's a very good question.
You're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to like.
Should I not say Shabbos?
Do you take multiple Kiddushes?
You're not. You're not say like. The Rabbanan like. You're not just asking what is their problem with doing something to rise that and then just.
I already fulfilled the mitzvah deraisa. How can I do the derabban, which is how to do the deraisa? I already was fulfilling the mitzvah deraisa. Also, in davening, you talk about Shabbos.
Just for fun. Just do it. So then you just do it. because-
For fun?
You're doing it for your wife and your husband.
Oh, so that also becomes a question: is how do I? That's part of the question. How do I, who am yotzi deraisa, be motzi my wife, who's also chayav deraisa? She needs a deraisa. Yes, she needs deraisa to be motzi her deraisa.
Well,
That's
you
why-
have to make Kiddush for her.
Well, so the answer is the Chasam Sofer gives is that the kid and you saying good Shabbos on the way home, mine to be yotzi kiddush. You're doing it as part of Seder HaTfilah, and you're saying good Shabbos because you just love Klal Yisrael, and you just love people and you want to say good Shabbos to them and make them feel good. You may be doing Ba'ad L'Recha Kamoicha, showing love to another person. You're not yotzi kiddush. You're not having in mind that this is my kiddush. Exactly, your intent. And therefore, it's a good idea when you do daven, it's kedai to have this in mind. When you daven Friday night tefillah, just have in mind, I know I'm going to be talking about Shabbos in Ma'ariv. I'm not having in mind, and when I say Shabbos, I'm not having in mind that this is Kiddush. I'm having in mind that just, I want to be nice, Shabbos, Rabbi, I want to be nice to other people. If you don't have it in mind, then we say that you're still not Yotzi D'Oraisa, but it's better that you are having in mind that I'm not doing it to be Yotzi D'Oraisa. I know, right? I'm already pumped up for Shabbos, Rabbi. You start talking about Shabbos on Yom Rishon on Sunday.
Shabbos, 6 days.
6 more days till Shabbos. La, 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 la. 6 more days till Shabbos. La, 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 la. Ay, ay, ay. 6 more days till Shabbos. I daven in a couple places. We're right to make Havdalah. 6 more days till Shabbos. Mama, right after Havdalah. What do you mean? Like Shabbos is coming. It's almost Shabbos. When the Arizal gives us the halachas, the Kabbalistic secrets of Shabbos, so he starts teaching all the halachas and all the hashkafas and all the worldview of Shabbos. He starts the whole book of Shabbos telling you what to do Motzi Shabbos.
No way.
Because when do you start getting ready for Shabbos? On Motzi Shabbos.
Wow.
Motzi Shabbos. What do we say this morning at the end of davening? Hayom Yom Rishon B'Shabbos. The first day of Shabbos. We can't stop with Shabbos. We can't stop thinking about Shabbos. Shabbos is everything for us. Shabbos Kodesh. It's all about Shabbos.
Rabbi, the son of the rabbi, he used to like go up to like his friend and repeat off the
He would repeat it at the time because he was in the middle of Shmon Esrei when they said Vayechulu. And saying Vayechulu is giving a testimony, the Gemara says in Shabbos, that says anybody who says Vayechulu and gives a proclamation that Hashem, you are the creator of heaven and earth, and you created during the 6 days, and then you stopped creating on Shabbos. Anybody who proclaims that is like he's a partner with God in the creation of the world. But when you're proclaiming that, you proclaim it together with another person, because anytime you give testimony, like in a court, then al pi shnaim edim yokum dover, through the word of two witnesses is the matter established. And therefore, you say it together with another person. So if somebody was davening Shemon Esrei, and they missed that, so after davening, usually people go around like, Nu vayechulu, vayechulu.
Yeah, I think they repeat it back to each other at the same time.
They say it at the same time, because they're giving testimony. It's like going to Beis Din and saying testimony. And we are proclaiming that God made heaven and earth. Very powerful testimony. Proclaiming that God made heaven and earth, and therefore, God runs the show. So why am I getting so worried? Like, but the business deal's not going to go through, and Don't worry, God's got this. During the 6 days of the week, you have to put in your work. You have to really work. But come Shabbos, you have to say, God, you run the world. That's right. God, you run the world. And you're going to bring the world to completion. This is sometimes hard for people, whether I'm involved or not. The world will get to its completion. During the 6 days of the week, you have to work with God in building up this beautiful world. It comes Shabbos, I understand that God, you are much greater. You will bring the world to completion. And that's why Shabbos brings a tremendous tranquility to a human soul. It's all about the tranquility of Shabbos. Nothing like Shabbos Kodesh. Shabbos Kodesh, Rabbi Isai. Okay, Rabbi Isai, let's get into Tehillim, and then we'll continue into the Gemara. 975. We welcome our friends around the world. We're going to be singing the scriptures of King David. 975. Kuf Chaf Aleph.
The Chevra on the phone know what the psalm means.
So, we're singing the Psalms of David. So, also for all of us, Shir LaMalos, a song of the ascents. This is a way that we're going to go up. Our soul is going to go up now. Esainai Eliarim. King David says that I've put my eyes towards the mountains. Ma'ayin Yavo Ezri. From where will my help come? The mountains means he's like looking. He's in this pristine, picturesque forest environment, and he's just looking up to the heavens. Anybody ever been like in Banff or in the Rockies or the Alps?
Norway.
And just looked into the mountains, and just there's this feeling like, where will my help come from? And he answers it definitively. Ezri me'im Hashem. All of my help will only come from you, God. My help will only come from you, God. Oisei Shemaim va'aretz. You're the creator of heaven and earth. Now notice, it doesn't say Asa, the one who made heaven and earth. Osei means you are the constant creator of heaven and earth. You're creating heaven and earth this very second. You're creating my brain cells that are listening to these words coming out of my mouth. You're creating the feelings in my heart. You're creating the animation of my fingers that are pushing all the buttons to write all these mostly nice comments. It's only you, God. You're the one that's animating me. Aliten lamot raglecha. You will not allow to falter my steps, because when I know that you're the one that's guiding me, I will not have anything to be worried about.
Reglacha is your legs, right? So
Al yanum shoimrecha, and God, you the guardian, you do not slumber. Hine lo yanum v'lo yishan shomer Yisrael. You don't sleep, you don't slumber, guardian of Israel. You're always aware of Hashem. You're the one that's the creator, sustainer at every single second. You never left for a moment. You're here right now. And anybody who aligns with you will see blessing in their life. Hashem shomerecha, God will protect you. Hashem tzilecha al yad yaminecha, God is the shadow of your right hand. So the Baal Shem Tov famously said on this, when you put your shadow, exactly where your hand goes is where your shadow follows. Was it Peter Pan that tried to run away from his shadow?
they tried to catch it.
Or catch it?
Yeah, tried to catch it.
Well, you can't run away from your shadow because exactly the way that you move is the way that God will move in correspondence to you. And that's why the Baal Shem Tov said, everything that you do in this world, God will mirror it. He'll be like your shadow. So if you're nice to other people, if you're nice to human beings, God will show blessing and bounty and goodness to you. But if, God forbid, a person hurts somebody else, God forbid, so then God will do exactly as you do. God will mirror you exactly. Yoimam hashemesh lo yakeka, whether it's the scorching sun of the day will not hurt you, v'yarech balayla, or the challenges of being under the moonlight, lost. Hashem yishmarcha mikol ra, God will protect you from all evil. Yishmor es nafshecha, and He will guard your soul. Hashem yishmor tzeischa v'yecha, God will guard you as you depart and as you come. And we explained last week, it means God will guard you as you depart your soul from the heavenly throne, come into this world. He'll guard you on your descent down to this world. And He will also guard you on your way back up, which is really the process of the soul coming into this world through birth and the soul returning after death. Me'ata ve'ad olam, from now and for all eternity. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Shir lamalos esaina eleharim miyayin yavo ezri me'im Adonai oise shemayim v'et amod raglecha al yadum shomrecha hine lo yadam v'lo yishan shomer Yisrael Naitzilcha ani yaminecha yoimam hashemesh lo yakeka v'yareach balayla yishmocha mikol ra yishmor es nafshecha Adonai yishmocha zezcha v'yeh